I was on Bay Street for about 2 years, and it's a great training ground. It's a great experience. I learned a lot, but I think for me the biggest challenge is probably three. One, I felt like I didn't get a chance to work directly with the clients that I wanted to work with. So like I felt like the companies I wanted to work with, the mid-sized companies, the really impressive entrepreneurs, like I wasn't dealing with them on a regular basis. I don't think the situation was really set up for that. And two, I'm very entrepreneurial, both in my practice and in other ventures and stuff. And I just felt like being in an environment like that was difficult to have sort of more control over your life and your time and how you wanted to build your career. It was very driven by other metrics, and that worked for some people. It just didn't really work for me. I was too entrepreneurial for that and too creative minded for that. So I wanted to try and create my own practice. And there's a lot of mixed messaging out there when you're starting your own practice because it's not really that clear. Like people are like, oh, you got to focus on one thing and that's helpful, but then you're learning a bunch of stuff as you go and you're kind of taking work that comes to you. I wasn't even sure what to start doing or where to start. I knew that I was exploring, I was trying a lot of practice areas, but like I didn't really know how to go about getting clients. I didn't even know necessarily what it was that I could really, really do for them because I didn't know who was out there who wanted to work with me. So I started off kind of putting my name out there and just saying like I have a practice. And I think like does happen to a lot of people who start their own practices. You start to get like a patchwork of work through referrals. So you're trying to specialize a bit, but you're also trying to get clients. So you sort of take everything that comes your way. People are professionals, so they think they know a lot about marketing, but the truth is they don't. I certainly didn't. Like, you don't realize how isolating it can be, doing all this stuff on your own, just getting up every day, doing the work by yourself, not really having the resources for the work, but not always having the resources for the marketing either. So I think I just knew that I needed to make a transition. I needed to level up. I didn't know exactly what that looked like, but I knew that I had the capacity to do bigger, more interesting, more valuable work. In your market, the thing I liked is like your program was focused on people like me. So it was like you had a background in this stuff. You were focused on professional service firm. That was the goal. How do you build your book? How do you get clients you want? Okay, seems really interesting. The information seems relevant. So why not try something new? That was really my mindset. It's not like I didn't want results out of it, but I really knew that I needed to try something new if I was going to get new results. A big thing for me was one, thinking bigger and thinking more abundantly about my value and about clients. Like I started to look at the value of my work a lot bigger and say like, you know what? No, I do actually have a lot of experience. I do have a lot of expertise. The issue isn't that that's the reason you're not getting this work. The issue is you're kind of fishing in the wrong places and you're not fishing enough, right? And I think thinking abundantly, like just the strategies you learn about like how to prospect, like how to find clients in digital places like LinkedIn and how to do it through referrals. You just realize that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of business out there and you see it through your process every day. So you're reminded of that and it makes you think bigger. So now I don't chase leads that aren't very good. If I have a call and it looks like somebody's not a qualified lead, there's 100 other leads I can chase out there. So it kind of puts you in a position of power. It's not to be dismissive of people who are giving you their time, but you're also giving them your time. And so that's a huge thing is I just think bigger about the value of my work and all the clients out there. But after going through the process, working on your messaging, you realize you're like light years ahead of everyone else. You know, you're just like way further ahead of your other peers who are doing this work because they're not doing this work. They're taking it for granted. So now when you step up to the plate on the day you're doing your marketing or the days you're doing your marketing, you just do your process and you start to see results. So you're not so scared about it. So you keep doing it. And that's positive because process is helpful, especially when you're busy and you work by the hour.